Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. We got the 7 deadly sins as YouTubers. Oh, Lord. We in for one, man. Y'all finna be talking about people. We ain't got time for it.
What you said?
I ain't got time for y'all know how y'all be. Y'all be messy talking about folks on YouTube. But hey, man, with that being said, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go, man. You want the first part? All you have to do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's visuals,
lock it in with a thumbs up.
You didn't see that coming, did you?
Might caught me off guard.
The visuals? Yeah, I know. Let's go. Let's check it out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
The 7 deadly sins: greed, lust, envy, pride, gluttony, wrath, and sloth. There are 7 YouTubers in particular that perfectly exemplify these 7 deadly sins. Starting that perfectly exemplify these 7 deadly sins.
You know this?
I don't know.
I don't know this. We got James Charles. We got White Boy. We got Low.
I don't know. I don't know his name.
Who?
The young
White Boy.
I was say his name.
White Boy M.
Oh,
why you so loud?
I'm sorry. I thought you were just saying it. I was like, oh, okay.
Damn, Nico. Oh, have you seen that say he lost a little weight? I don't know, but
I know her face.
Know her face, and
I know his face.
Oh, for real?
But know. The only one I don't know is the first one.
Starting with greed. Greed is thought of as the uncontrolled longing for something when someone has to sacrifice something important to get it. Jake Tran is the perfect candidate for this sin. While Jake definitely seems to be enjoying his life with expensive watches and fancy vacations, what did he sacrifice to get there? Well, that would be his video quality. There was a point in time when Jake was producing some of the best documentary content on YouTube, and his channel would absolutely explode because of it. But Jake sees himself as a capitalist, so he needed to optimize his machine. At first, this optimization would start out small and barely noticeable. However, it wouldn't be long until this machine was so optimized it would lose the soul that everyone loved in the first.
Well, are you talking about the thumbnails? Because it looks as though he just went into the trend of other YouTube thumbnails. That's the thing I hate about YouTube thumbnails, right? Everybody started doing the same thumbnail style. You get what I'm saying? And it's 100% also because YouTube pushes that too. Because you remember they rolled out like some stuff and we seen it was like, but everybody has the same thumbnail styles, no uniqueness in trying to capitalize your audience. Everybody was just trying to use the same tactics. Yeah. And I hate when people do that. Like, everybody wants to fall into, pointing the arrow here, like, oh, look. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess for some people it works, and for the audience, a lot of audience kind of like it or drawn to it. So,
but
I definitely get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Place. Completely outsource the editing to people on Fiverr? Check. Include a sponsor in every video? Check. Accept deals from scammy sponsors that have questionable products they want to sell to his fans? Check. You could definitely make the argument that Jake is even more successful after he indulged in greed, but the same could not be said for the YouTube.
But that's a lot of YouTubers though. We've even said like, we done seen how certain channels have changed. Because they done got this following. Now it's about every video having a sponsor or certain ads to it, and it's like the quality of the content goes down because now it's more about the dollar.
Yeah, and definitely, of course,
get your coins.
Yeah, get your coins. There's nothing wrong with sponsors at all.
Yeah.
Like, because we would do sponsors, but it has to make sense. Because we paying people come to us. Yeah. But it has to make sense. If it doesn't make sense, I'm not indulging in it.
Remember, like, the one joint we got, they was like, Levi joint, and I was just like, bro, we sit down for a living. Yeah. Like, how am I market some Levi jeans to y'all?
And like you never see the bottom half. You know what I'm saying? All you see is the top. Like it just doesn't make sense. It would have been great if for a lot of people it's lucrative. Yeah. But it doesn't make sense, and I'm not just gonna do anything for $1.
Yeah, that's greed.
Who indulged in lust. Lust is thought of as unbridled sexual desire, often when one has to sacrifice something pure because of it. James Charles is the perfect candidate for the sin of lust. The beauty YouTuber who was on top of the world but allowed his empire to be destroyed because of his desires. In late 2020, James was gaining an impressive average of nearly 150 million monthly views, but it wouldn't be long until his reputation was completely destroyed, beginning with James saying he was into straight men.
I want a boy who is straight.
Love that for you. That's easy.
It's easier than you would think.
After James was photographed at Coachella with a straight Instagram model named Gage Gomez, he would respond to the questions asking if this was his new boyfriend with the following tweet. "Nope, unfortunately I'm still very single. This boy played me for months on end and is a disgusting con artist. I'm thankful I had my friends with me to protect me." After James tweeted, Gage would release a video alleging James was pressuring him into meeting up and beginning a physical relationship. But this drama would look like nothing in comparison to the events that would be the downfall of James Charles. It would all start when a Twitter user named Isaiah13 would make a tweet saying, "If you're gonna text someone, make sure you know their age. He added me on Insta. My Insta has my TikTok, which shows my age." Isaiah would then reveal on his TikTok James had been pressuring him to send explicit photos. It wouldn't be long until several other individuals would also come forward alleging they had a similar experience. James has not had a single month of positive subscriber growth since the drama. But unlike James, the
only thing I say about that other situation, I'm like, so you expect me to go to your Instagram then go to your TikTok to just see your age? Because he was like, the Instagram had my TikTok has my age. He just added you on Instagram and slid in DMs. He probably ain't trying to fish through your TikTok. Found you on Insta.
Well, you know something. Sometimes,
but also, you gotta be smart,
going that extra mile is the best thing for you. Especially,
like I'm saying, like ain't nobody finna. I found you on follow on, but I ain't finna follow. Ooh, you got TikTok. Ooh. Let me see if I can figure out your age through your you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, no.
But I'm not excusing it.
No. Yeah, I know you're not. I'm just saying, like, especially if you like going into a situation, and not so saying you probably have suspicion that this person is young. Yeah. Like, and if you ask and they tell you, definitely no. All right, my bad. But if you know what I'm saying, push off. Like, but if they. Because going into it, he didn't see the age. But if you ask and they tell you and you still have do your research. Yeah. Like, cover your own self. Like,
cover your ass. That's what they always said. But, like, going into it, you only hit the Instagram. But if you get conversation, ask, what's your age? Okay, my bad. I didn't know. And move on by your
my thing, never mind.
Go say.
No, I was just gonna. No. I was just gonna say because I'm very like trust your. If I even have like any type of doubt that you may be young, my intuition.
It's called women's intuition for a reason.
My intuition, honey, I don't need to be talking to you in the first place. If you already looking, no.
Most men ain't got that woman's intuition. We got some little discernment, a little gut feeling, but y'all women really carry that strong.
YouTuber on this list would explode in subscribers once his drama began. To envy is to have a longing arousal for someone else's belongings. But to take it a step farther is to have an extreme desire to actually be someone else. This personifies White Boy M, a YouTuber who constructed his entire personality around that of a more popular YouTuber, IShowSpeed. Before M was trying to become Speed by emulating him, he would post interview style content, but pay attention to how his voice sounds.
How many years did Richard Nixon serve president?
Bro, child, I am not even about to lie to y'all boys right now, bro. I was on Omegle, and a guy actually showed, his his private part, bro.
The speed imitation would begin when M would start off a live stream with the title Live with I Show Speed. The live stream would gain significantly more traction because of the clickbait title, signaling to M that speed was his ticket to virality. Over the coming months, M would begin acting more and more like Speed, talking completely differently than he used to. This would continue until a series of clips would completely blow up White Boy M's channel.
Really? I have 14 out of 15 bubbles, bro. Are you serious right now, bro?
But internet success from directly copying someone else is never sustainable in the long run, which is reflected by M's statistics. While White Boy M would be considered somewhat of a small YouTuber, the next YouTuber on this list is one of the biggest on the platform.
What is he doing now? Because obviously you can see there was a pattern anyway. His content is he's just trying to follow trends of what like the stuff he watches on YouTube.
Yeah.
As far as
even from like the interviews and stuff like that.
He's trying to do stuff like, oh, okay, I see the views these people getting. I'm trying to go
out here and imitate this, and
But it was your personality. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, everybody always gravitates to your personality. Like, do you inspire them? Do they get like a good sensation out of you? You know what I'm saying? And then honestly, you blew up just because people were interested in you copying Speed. But like, what are you doing now? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that doesn't last long when you were literally copying others. Like, where do you go from there? Because you'll have to,
Yeah. Like definitely trying to be exactly like, it's a difference in being like inspired by somebody and like you wanted to like, oh my God, like being inspired by them to kind of like do something in that lane or whatever it is, whatever it may be. But trying to be exactly like someone, even from the way they talk, the way they act, when that's not you, that's an issue.
So I guess the Speed thing didn't work out long because he hasn't streamed in so long. But as far as doing content, he has kind of started. Like if you look at his account now, you can kind of see that he's kind of doing what other YouTubers, you know what I'm saying? Like as you see, like the type.
And my thing is, if you're going to, because it's so many people, like everybody is doing what the next person is doing. Like at the end of the day, I don't necessarily see anything like wrong with that in a sense. But be yourself.
Put your own personality and spin on it.
Show your own personality. Even though some people do like the same type of things, everybody's personality is different. So you're going to get something different from everyone. True. Somebody can be doing the same exact video, but it don't move you like the next person.
True that.
So just be yourself. Like it lasts longer. Longevity.
And is representing pride. Pride is defined as dangerously corrupt selfishness, putting one's own desires, urges, wants, and whims before the welfare of others. If we take a look at the events that transpired in Logan Paul's YouTube career, pride would be a perfect descriptor to summarize them. Starting with his early Vine days, which could best be described as him acting like a public nuisance. Pride could certainly be seen in these type of videos because he was acting like an idiot, annoying the public for his own personal gain. But Logan Paul's prideful actions would only get worse from here on out. The major event we could point to would be when Logan filmed a vlog in a Japanese forest, which is colloquially called the forest. While filming his vlog, he was acting in his normal over-the-top kid-friendly manner, but the worst part of the whole situation would be when he showed an actual dead body of a man who had deleted himself. After a huge apology tour, it would appear that Logan had reconstructed his reputation, but he would again put his own wants before the welfare of others a few years later. In early 2022, Logan would begin his foray into crypto. This journey would start with a few promotions of what are called pump and dump coins. These are coins designed to make their founders money without providing any value to the community that supported them. Logan would profit immensely from promoting these coins, but these promotions would pale in comparison to Logan's own project, CryptoZoo, a game which, similar to a pump and dump coin, was designed with a minimal amount of effort to earn as much money as possible for its founders. The game would be broken and underdeveloped, leaving a huge trail of victims who lost significant sums of money after believing in Logan's promises. While Logan Paul is big on YouTube, this YouTuber...
But that's crazy though, because that happens all the time in society though. You know what I'm saying? Like pyramid schemes. I'll say this: do I believe Logan is very prideful? 100%. Him and his brother, they show a lot of pride in a lot of stuff they do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I think they're too caught up in this world of being so mega rich from the internet, and to the point where they became mega stars as teenagers, right? And when you become that early in successful and that rich so early, to the point where nobody and then I know at one point their mom was their manager, and so I always say it's a little funny when you get your parents involved into the money too, because then you lose a little guidance and structure with that. You know what I'm saying? Because now mom is looking for the money interest and not necessarily, but not in all cases. You know what I'm saying? Not in all cases. I think sometimes you need the money to be the money. You need a parent to actually be a parent to be able to say, hey, you're doing it wrong. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes because
you have a lot of situations where starting out, no matter, not just them, but other people too, with their mom being their manager, whatever the case may be. But in the long run, for a lot of them, they don't work because of whatever conflicts.
Yeah, because at the end of the day,
you realize as you get older, okay, I need you to just be in the background and be my mother. Because it's a conflict. But with them, not them, but with Logan, as far as I know about the first situation, but the second situation I didn't know about.
Oh, for real? Mm-mm. Do you also think maybe sometimes it might be a little relevancy competition between him and his brother? Who can be on top between them two?
Honestly, I can't speak on that only because I don't keep up with everything
only reason why I'm saying it because a lot of times when it comes down to boys, especially brothers, they are very competitive.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Just in men's nature is very competitive.
In some situations, but as far as I can't
with both of y'all being in the same realm, it's who's on top. For a long time, Jake was always the brother that's on top. So Logan, I got to be able to have my own name besides being Jake Paul's brother. Jake Paulers. He want his Logan Paulers. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't necessarily see nothing wrong with that part because I don't want to live in the shadows of other people. So I don't see nothing wrong with that.
And so that's why I feel like he tries to go for this more shop value because he says shop value.
But that's cool to want more and whatever, but just do it in the right way. Yeah. Just do it in a genuine, trustworthy way. You don't have to do the whatever, because again, this is the second situation I'm talking about because I didn't know about that or whatever he was doing, or I guess I don't know if he was scamming people out of money or having them thinking. I'm talking about that situation.
You should watch CoffeeZilla video on that. That was I have watched.
See, I don't know about that situation.
It's that crypto scam shit. You know what I'm saying? Me, I always knew nah, don't get it twisted. Some crypto shit, I agree with. I looked at I remember Bitcoin coming out back in early before the 2010s, early in the 2000s. Bitcoin came out, and I was I don't believe. Bitcoin value is high now. Yeah. I was just damn. If I had got into it back when I was in, high school and stuff, and I knew about it, I was because I think the first time I ever seen Bitcoin was probably 08, 09, something like that. So I'm damn, if I had got into it then, just imagine. So,
but no, I get you. All I'm saying is just do things in an honest way.
And before you invest in anything, don't just invest into it because they're a celebrity or they got some type of likeness. Do your research.
Definitely do your research.
Because don't cry at the end of the day when you're a grown individual and gave your money to somebody that you failed to do your research on. You get what I'm saying? That's just your fault.
Is also big, but in a different way, and is our candidate for gluttony. Gluttony is the overconsumption and overindulgence in something to the point of waste. The genre of YouTube videos known as mukbang would be the perfect candidate to represent gluttony, as the videos involve preparing an ungodly amount of food and then attempting to finish it. But when choosing a specific YouTuber to represent gluttony, it would have to be Nikocado Avocado. Nikocado Avocado Avocado, otherwise known as Nicholas Perry, would begin his YouTube channel in Colombia documenting his vegan life when he moved there with his then boyfriend. He would cover various things about his lifestyle, but his channel would only start.
He remind me of the dude we be watching. Like from these clips and how he.
Oh, him.
I ain't want to say his name, but just the energy they give it. I'm like, hey, you need to be paying attention, cause you know what I'm saying? Because that's all he do too, mukbangs and stuff. I was just like, but like, does he not give you the same vibes though? Yeah, you know you do.
Boyfriend. He would cover various things about his lifestyle, but his channel would only start gaining a decent amount of traction on his videos when he ate food in front of the camera, otherwise known as a mukbang. At first, these mukbangs would start out with a somewhat reasonable amount of vegan food and usually involve Nicholas finishing it. But about a year into his YouTube journey, Nicholas would make a video stating his frustrations with the vegan community and saying he would be departing from it. From this point forward, although his dishes were still very healthy, they would occasionally start containing meat in them. But being in the mukbang niche meant that to stay interesting and compete against other YouTubers, Nicholas would have to up the portions and the visual intrigue of the food he was eating. The food Nikocado Avocado was eating began to become increasingly unhealthy and the portions larger as time went on. With this gradual change, his weight would increase as well, transforming the once skinny vegan YouTuber into a morbidly obese person that uses a mobility scooter to get around. Nikocado went from vegan to meat lover, and the next YouTuber would be very angry at him, which is perfect because she.
Oh, that is. Yeah. Because you know, so I know her face. But so he said that, I was saying, yeah, that is her. Yeah.
But the only problem with him, I think he allowed the views to control his life.
Yeah, most definitely.
I hate when people come around and they like, hey, do this for views, you will get more views. Mm-hmm. I hate that because everybody don't want to sell out and sell their soul just for a click of view. Like, you got to realize people are who they are. Mm-hmm. And when you like, hey, you should do this and you'll get more views. If you want to grow, stop.
But I will say you definitely just have to make sure that you yourself, like...
Hold yourself.
But not hold yourself what you was about to say. But you just have to make sure yourself that you have self-control. True. Because... And know, like in his case, sorry y'all, and know that, okay, I can't do that because at the end of the day, I'm putting my own health at risk. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Our candidate for wrath. Wrath is the most simple of the 7 deadly sins, and is pretty much thought of as excessive anger. Thinking about angry YouTubers, images of raging gamers probably come to mind, but there's actually someone who's much more angry than them. Observing her outward appearances, she would probably be one of the last people you would think should fill this spot on the list. But the truth is, she's one of the most angry YouTubers of them all. That vegan teacher, otherwise known as Katie Dykmeyer, would create her channel on July 21st, 2018, but she wouldn't start uploading until the pandemic began in 2020. Her videos would start off very tame and would be what you would expect from a typical vegan activist, although her videos would change forever once she made the discovery that the more outrageous she made her content, the more views she obtained. Even though these views would be comprised of people watching for the sole purpose of laughing at her, her views would go up nonetheless. At a certain point, she would devise a new strategy, combining outrageous content with calling out famous influencers. But if her goal is to actually convert people to the vegan lifestyle and not just increase her own notoriety, it certainly isn't working, as her image of the crazy vegan steers people away from considering it as a serious lifestyle. You could say a lot of things about that vegan teacher, but one thing you definitely can't say is that she's lazy and isn't always trying new strategies to get people to be vegan. However, in terms of work ethic, the same could not be said for the next YouTuber on this list and our candidate for sloth. Sloth is the reluctance to work or make an effort, otherwise known as laziness. The best way we can apply this idea to the concept of YouTube is a failure to innovate and create new content, as we can pretty much examine every failed YouTube channel and see that 90% of the time, the chief cause of its downfall was lack of innovation. Boogie2988 is no exception to this rule and is a great candidate for the deadly sin of sloth. Boogie hasn't seen a month of positive subscriber growth in over 3 years, and the primary reason for this is the fact that his content never changes. A vast majority of his videos are him sitting in his room talking about something or complaining about his life. If you look at a video made 1 year ago, 2 years ago, even 3 years ago, there's no significant change in video quality, the pacing, or really anything at all. The truth is, YouTube is such a competitive game that if you aren't changing anything, people will eventually get bored and watch someone else who is putting in the effort to make their videos perpetually better. And unfortunately for now, Boogie is not making the choice to do that.
That's true. You get left behind.
Yeah.
That is so true, man. Like, I don't know.
I was about to say, it's a pretty good list.
Yeah.
Like, for the most part, yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, even with us, like, even that... But also, I'll say this, when it comes down to that, some people are not subject to ability to change. But my thing is, I'm talking about the last one. But if you do... Looking at the numbers and probably looking at... He did have the financial means to make a change. As far as you could have upgraded your scenery. Even if you were only confined to that one room, you could have upgraded the scenery as far as change lights, change your setup in your background, invest in... He probably never took the money to reinvest into himself.
Or not even just that, per se. Like, I get, like, with as far as, like, scenery. Yeah. But I took it more so as maybe a combination of both. But more so as far as the content that you're putting out. As far, like, because he said that all he used to do is just sit and complain or talk about his life. But
it got him 4 million subs. So,
but were you
that's
doing that the entire... Because I don't know. I just know his face from somewhere. But were you doing that the entire time, or did you take a turn and start doing that? And then for a while, it probably worked. People started, because some people just, want to see what's going on, what you're talking about. And then that's all. But no.
Obviously, because he showed year after year after year, that is what people would tune into. But if you're not in like upgrading your camera, upgrading your light setting, upgrade your background.
That's what I said. Maybe a combination of both. Like, after a while, no one wants to sit in here and complain the entire time for year after year. But
if that's what's always been working for you, there's a lot of people who have done it, and that's what they continuously do. I'm just saying. But hey, man, y'all spam us up in the comments.
Please do.
Y'all let us know y'all thoughts about it in the comment section down below, man. But as always, I do go by the name DJ the Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar.